Hello, loves. Hello. Let's pin a comment. It's Sonia G. This is our Moon Babes Monday Night Live on a Tuesday. It's going live on a Tuesday. There was a song a long time ago about doing something on a Tuesday. That reminded me of that. Hi, loves. Let's pin this comment. Instagram, if you're listening, it would be nice to be able to pin this before we go live. Just saying. Love you. Love you guys. Hi, loves. Hi. Talking about all of the cosmic vibes, the things that are happening. We just got off of a phone call, a coaching call, Zoom call. Why phone call? Phone call with the universe, Zoom call with Moon Babe Society about this month and the energy of this month, the coaching call. And we have entered the Eclipse corridor. We have entered the download area zone. We have entered the software and hardware install upgrade zone. And there's just a lot happening, you guys. There's a lot happening. And we're all navigating through this time according to like how we're doing. One of the things that we said in Moon Babe Society that I want to share with you is that the most important thing about this moment in time is that no matter where you are, no matter what your tools are, how far you've healed, no matter how far you've come or how far you feel like you have to come, all of that stuff and where you're at, it's important that you're going for your progression, your forward movement, your healing, your ability to elevate, to get in your light body at 100% of what you can do. Whether that's, that 100% means 100% for everybody. And it looks different for all of us. But if you're going at your own 100%, right? Like a butterfly is only going to fly, at 100% speed for a butterfly is different than 100% speed for like a hawk, this is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's different, but move at your own 100%. Then you're going to feel amazing. Then you're going to get the info that you need. Then you're going to get the upgrades. We are getting the 12D template. That's what's going on. We're getting the template. It's coming in. It's coming online. A lot of us are starting to feel it. A lot of us are feeling it in the energy of just the grid, right? Like the things that are starting to become so physical in the energy around us, right? It's like super, super, super exciting. And so that's really what's going on. We're starting to embody more of our light, and through these eclipses, through these journeys that these plants are taking us on, we are doing, the things that need to be done in order for us to reconcile with all of the aspects of our higher selves through time and space and planes of existences. So time, dimensions, bullshit, collapse, right? It's done. It's all done. And now we're bringing back the knowledge that was never able to land on Earth. It was never able to land because 12D was not functional on the planet. This stopped at the time of Atlantis. We are restoring the template and we're making it better. We're making it better. So this is a job at hand. Everything is coming online. It's starting to happen with this eclipse cycle it's becoming available, and it's really exciting. And you can feel it inside. You can really feel it inside. Hi loves, I see you guys joining. You can feel it inside. You can feel it inside of your skin. You can feel it in, the sparks that are happening in the brain, the pinches that are happening everywhere, different ascension symptoms. A lot of things are happening. And it's becoming more and more physical. It's becoming physical in an easier way as long as you're moving through it. Remember, right? The breath work, the movement, all of those things. Also, everything that is shifting and everything that is happening is allowing us to move through both emotionally and drive-wise, personality-wise, right? From the sun and the moon, from the masculine and the feminine, we're being supported in this huge forward movement shift. This is literally like a 12th dimensional creation of new Earth. that's, beginning, that's starting to take place. So this is the time to get your new earth ideas on. That's what I'm just going to start calling it. So many people are used to doubting themselves, right? You have a passion, you have a love, you have something that's on your mind, on your heart, like things that you've always wondered if they were possible, if you could actually do them. Like the world would be amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing if I could just fill in the blank? Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Okay, the time has come to do those things our heart is calling us to. It's the new earth. I'm calling it like new earth businesses need to be born with new earth light structures. The way that the business is held in place, the way that the money is circulated, the way that content is delivered, the way that harmony is shared, the way that love is shared, the way that the information is, that's all shifting. The energetics of the businesses that are doing good, right, in this economy or whatever, outside of, whatever, there's always Amazon that's happening. But when it comes to like the healing businesses and this stuff, it's starting to really transfer, right? Like it's starting to transfer. The energy is transferring. It's like the consciousness is uploading over here to new earth. You can feel it. And so the structures are being supported of the new earth businesses, the stuff that's based in the light. So feel that momentum. There's like massive movement towards the end of the month, like after the solar eclipse, for us to really feel that. And then of course we have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse on 4th of July, like freedom codes, like really embracing what you're here to do, what you're meant to do. This is like the reinstallment of the original divine template. So okay. Question we're getting is, a breakup season. I felt secure in my relationship 2 months ago, and now we're calling it quits. So it is because Venus is retrograde. So Venus is about to go direct. I think it's like next month after the eclipse. Or maybe it's right before. It's like right now. We were just looking at the calendar, and I swear timelines are going like this. But this month, Venus is going direct. And it's like everything is recalibrating when it comes to love, okay? And so it's a function of, so it's a shift. You know how you said like feeling secure in a relationship? It's really feeling secure in where you are and with yourself, and then the relationship matches that. And so we're shifting to that feeling, to the feeling of feeling security within ourselves and our grounding and our own stability, and then the relationship matches that. And so when you have that and both partners have that, that's the ideal. That's like what the universe and the planets are trying to teach us, right? So it's a function of match to match. So it's, if you're breaking up, it's a recalibration, because there's a million retrogrades, and that's always, right? That's always what happens when all the retrograde season, it's like all the things that have to recalibrate. So yeah, just, decide what you want, reevaluate what you want, and decide according to that. Like, take it as like, okay, how do I recalibrate? Because if you're meant to be with the person and you recalibrate your alignment and you're meant to be, then the person, like, it's going to work out. Like, you both have something to turn over, and then you'll come back together, right? Like, there's also a lot of false alarms right now in terms of like relationships. Like, people are like, because there's a million retrogrades, lots of fire energy, like, shit show in the world. Like, there's just a lot going on. And so it's like, it always comes out on the people that are closest to us, because this is a human nature. So that is a thing. But if you get back in alignment and he gets back in alignment, and that alignment is meant for you both to be together, then you're just going to harmonize again. Like, it's just a function of what it is. But the important part is that you are in alignment, because if you're in alignment, you're always going to attract the people that are meant to be around you. So that's the most important part. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Yay. Okay. Awesome. This is exactly what happened to me 2 months ago. I was like, now, yeah. So it's just do the work for yourself. Do the work for you. Don't do it for the relationship. Don't do it for the couple. Like, you have to be in alignment with yourself. That's the only way to feel supported. Like, moving forward. It's you, there's heaven, and there's earth, and there's your heart, right? And that's your alignment. And that's where you want to be, and it's your path. And then from that place, everything makes sense. Your relationship makes sense. Your family makes sense. All the things make sense. But if you don't have that, then you're not going to be attracting the thing that you're meant to be, attracting. So alignment, alignment, alignment. Yeah, I feel you guys. Everything that's out of alignment falls out. And if something that's in our life feels really good and comfortable, but is causing us to not pay attention to our alignment, that thing is going to fall out so that we can pay attention to our alignment. This is how the universe recalls our attention. It's like, you got a little comfortable. We're going to need to take this toy away so that you pay attention, right? It's kind of like mom and dad, If you're not paying attention, I'm going to turn, this off, or I'm going to take your iPad away, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So it's the way that our alignment is recalled back. So, yeah. A lot of recalibration. We talked about this, the series that I did on manifesting money and love. It goes together. And, it's what's really funny is that money and love, a lot of people it's like, oh, money's over here and love's over here. They're together. They actually happen to be ruled by Venus all together. Money and love go together. They're mom and dad, right? They're the things we've explored all of this. Because both of them are a function of us feeling worthy and manifesting to the feeling of worth that we have inside. It's just a different physical reality, right? One is an energy, that manifests in a plastic card, like a credit card, or like money, right? Or things. And the other one manifests in a human being, like in a person. But it's us feeling worthy to match an energy that is love or that is money and that is support. It's all our alignment, and it's all inside of us. And so this is the work, right, that we're needing to do. And so if you don't like where you're at in your life on the outside, hit pause on the movie of your life, hit pause, go inside, scrub it out, right? Scrub out the stuff that doesn't work. Scrub out the lies, scrub out the illusions, scrub out the things that you want to change, and then go to, this is what I want. Let me get this. Let me align with this. Let me install the energy of this. Let me download this knowledge. Let me, become a match to this thing that I want. Make it, go in, breathe it in, call it in, embody it, right? And then when you have it inside, it's like magnet, has to come. It has to come, because that's how it works. So, and that's how you get. So when you're in love with yourself, you find a person that is in love with you, right? So when you are feeling supported by yourself and you're not neglecting yourself, then the money shows up, right? When you're paying attention to the things that have to do with your health, then the health shows up. It's just kind of, it's a relationship on the inside. So you can adjust the world outside by your frequency on the inside. You can adjust your radio dial to the thing that you want to manifest, right? It just takes a little work and it takes a little practice, but it all comes down to our belief systems. And so that's the work that we really, get to do. So, all right. That's the job. That's the job for the week for June. That's the whole entire job for the life. So you guys are good. Cheers. No, I'm teasing. That sums it up. We have a lot of exciting things coming up because 12D is now available, and it's becoming available to be installed. It's becoming available to be actually a physical thing that happens. And it's it installs, it's you feel it. It's a template that becomes alive inside, and you feel it all around, right? So it's a multi-dimensional experience in a 3 to 5th dimensional world. And so you're holding codes and energy that vibrates higher than the manifested reality that is agreed upon that manifests, right? So that's the job at hand, which means you get to create what you want. So when you actually learn how to actively work with the stuff, you get to create, which is everything that feels good when you're actually in creator mode, because that's who we really are at our core, right? It's creating ideas, life, experiences. We're here for that. And if we don't do that, then it feels like death inside. It feels like your soul is slowly dying because there's no life, there's no creation. Life is creation. And so those are the experiences that we want, right? So Speaking of that, okay, and speaking of following your path, following the things that you want to do, this month is a big push, especially at the end of the month. It's going to be like Mars enters into Aries, and it's going to be like fire. It's happening on the 27th, and everyone is going to want to jump in on mission. Mark that day, okay? You're going to feel like you have to do the job that you came on planet Earth to do, okay? This is why. This is the time for goddess and gods on mission. Of course, we're spiritual entrepreneurs. So any of you that are starting your spiritual business, or you have a spiritual business that you want to like power up and really get your energy behind, go and check it out, because we're starting on the 13th. We're kicking off our intentions with an intention ceremony on the 13th, and then we start on the 16th. So just in time to catch this ride and to catch the download, the install that's happening with the solar eclipse, right? So energetically, you know, it's always in alignment. And so we're going to take the ride with the universe. We're going to feel the push, and we're going to get into power. We're going to be like, it's done. Venus is direct. We're going for it. It's love. It's money. It's all the support. It's all the new codes. We're going for it. And this is the course where I teach you how to build a business in the new earth way that supports you, how to figure out what it is that you came to do. So for a lot of people too, as you awaken and you begin to like step into this life, it's like, oh my gosh, my old job doesn't really make sense anymore. Or like, I like it because of the security. I like it because of what it does for me. Or it's been support, you know, like I like these things, but my soul is starting to not be in it. Like I'm learning all these things. I'm seeing all these other things. I feel like something different is coming soon. Like I feel like something like that. But then you maybe not know, because it's like for a lot of people, it's like, I don't have any kind of qualifications over here. I don't, so how do you figure out what your skills are and what you came to do? That stuff we figure out, Goddess on Mission, okay? The first 4 modules are all the emotional work. They're all the rewrite. All of the let's go back to childhood and figure this shit out and clean it out, okay? Because that's what it feels like. But we really do. We have a regression where we go all the way back, we clean it out, but we rewrite, we figure it out. It's like, oh my God, this is what I came to Earth for, right? And you have that moment, and we use numerology, we use like all of the sciences to really figure out soul purpose, soul mission, like stepping into things, like figuring out the lessons of your souls, figuring out the things that you came to teach, figuring out how to apply them, how to actually put them into a way that helps, you to move your business forward, figuring out what that is, okay? Because if your soul feels ready to create something, then I promise you the stuff is right there. You just have to figure out how to unravel it, right? How to unpack it. And then the second half of the course, and if you already have, like, say you have like a Reiki practice, you have like some kind of healing practice, right? You have a business, like you sell jewelry or things like that, like crystals, and it's not supporting you yet. So you want to like figure out how to do that on the next level, like how to actually support yourself and stop doing the other jobs, so that this is like where your support comes from. Then you learn, like you clean up the other stuff. You clean up the belief systems. This is why we do the emotional work first. We clean up the belief systems that don't allow us to step into the things that we want, okay? Once that is done, then we do the business. But the business in New Earth doesn't come until the emotional stuff is done, until the healing is done. So we have to do the healing first. Then I take you through the business, okay? And so in the business, we actually structure things. We talk about the website. We talk about like how to do the collars and your brand and like all of the things, and what technology to use and how to do the hashtags, or like, all of the technical things. We go through all of that. That was one of the things that was hard for me at first to figure out, because I had all of these ideas, but I was like, and then you hire, you try and hire somebody to like build a website for you or things like that, and then it doesn't really, like, you don't understand it. So there's ways of doing it. Our conscious and subconscious, in fact, when I ended up starting this I'm doing now, I ended up doing my very first course without even a website, okay? And I'll teach you guys how I did that. But because I was like, when your soul is ready, there are tools that you can use that we just are not conditioned to go for, because the world tells you that you need numbers, that you need this, that you need that, and you know that there's a structure to follow. And that's not the structure for New Earth anymore. And so we implement New Earth business skills into the new business. And so some people will do this and will actually like amplify their business. They'll add to it. They'll figure out, the way to do the marketing. They'll figure out the way to do their social media. They'll figure out the way to do the website, because maybe it's like a person-to-person thing that's happening right now, right? It's like a word-of-mouth business and you get referrals or something like that. Some people will figure out how to step into their power. Some people will actually get ideas that will flourish a little bit later, right? And you're just kind of doing the underground work. And it happened last year that we had some people that just did the first 4 modules. They just got their healing on, and then they're like, I'm going to come back to the business like when I finish working through this. And then they did, and then things unraveled, right? So, but it's an 8-week course. And then the best, most amazing part is that my mentor, Gary Acevedo, is coming on to do soul readings live for everyone. We have a bonus module right there that's already recorded, that I recorded with him, where he teaches specific skills to move through like upsets and conflict and like resolution kind of things, and moving through like the things that come up. So that's like a super, super helpful like list of tools that he gives, that he's developed, that I use all the time, okay? Then like a lot of things I teach you, but like you get to hear them directly from him. And so, because, I apply them to a different way. And he will teach you that, and then you also get a reading from him. And that stuff is life-changing. When you get a reading from Gary, he can just tell you, your life is going this way, your life is going this way, like this is what you came for. Like, it will shift the trajectory. So he's a very powerful man. And so I'm really excited that he's coming on. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do it live this year, but he is coming on. So it's going to be awesome. And that's happening at the end. So it's going to be like, as you get clearer, right, through the things, and maybe we'll do like some and some. I don't know. I have to tap into the energy of it. We haven't decided the dates yet, but he has committed to coming on. So it's very cool, because I know that the goddesses on mission from last year when we did it, they still go back to that reading, because it's recorded, it's on Zoom. You always have forever access to all of the teaching, by the way, with every one of my courses. And you can go back to that reading, like we schedule them, right? And you can go back to it, and it just re-zens you, like re-centers you. So it's amazing. And the path that we go through will help you no matter what it is in terms of like your business. Like, you'll be able to just amplify those skills. Okay. So if you're curious about it, go and check it out. It's called Goddess and Gods on Mission. We opened it up to the gods this year. And so I'm excited. We already have 2. So we have like representation in the divine masculine as well. I love it. I love it. So, okay. Ashley, will this be rerunning again in the future? I feel like this may be for me, but I am not ready yet. So I will do it again probably next year around the same time. It just feels like it's the time where the mission turns on. So last year, I think we did it a little bit later in the year, but I'll do it like once a year. And so, yeah, you can always start now and then, come back to the modules that you haven't done, because you will have forever access to all of that, plus the Facebook groups and, and everything else. So it always just kind of works out how the timing is. But let me know, write me a message if you have questions, and, we'll go through it. And it's kind of like what I was saying before. Sometimes it's like you start and you do the emotional part, because it helps you to figure out what it is that you want and where you want to be at, and it gives you a trajectory. And then when you're ready, right, then you come back later to the business side, but then you have it. And then you will always have the updates that I continue to add. And so every year we're going to add more technical stuff, right? Like, as technology changes, I will keep on giving you guys tools. And in this course, I teach you guys how to do the things I do. So like you get access to there's no question that's like off limits. So it's like the apps that I use, the servers, like all the things I use. Like I get to, you can ask me anything, like on the back end of the website, on the front end, like all the things that I do, the way that I launch courses, the way that I create the things, the way that I do my, in-person events, like all of that stuff. We go through all of it. And so, the store, like the products, the services, the creation part of it, the teaching, the things that go in the back, the one-on-one services. So all of these things, right, are all kind of a part of things that I can support you through the creation and the launch and the rollout and everything. But none of this stuff works if you don't do the work before, okay? So that's the part. It's like launching a business in healing and, in like spirituality. It doesn't hold, it only holds the consciousness expansion that you have. It will only hold the people that you can hold energy for. So if you're struggling to do this yourself, to get ahead yourself, right? That's why we do the clearing work first. Because first, you have to be available. You have to expand your consciousness. You have to rise up. You have to be able to, right, get to the point where you're birthing a business, because then you have to hold space for others. And so I teach you guys how to do all of that stuff to be, able to be on that place. Because it's time, because we need healers and leaders and people to step it up, and we need new earth businesses. And also, I teach you guys how to work through your money stuff, because that's a big deal. That stuff is good no matter what job you're in, okay? Because it's time. It's time for the money to come in the hands of the people that are doing good in the world. I feel like that's pretty evident in our world, that the money is going, for the majority of it, is going to the wrong hands of the people. We need it in the good hands of the people, okay? Money itself is an energy. So if we can call it to run through the channels of the light, then it's going to do amazing things in the world. When money flows the channels of, the dark side, we'll call it that, or the not so good side or whatever, then it doesn't do good things, right? So it's just, that's how it works. Okay. All right. I hope that made sense. So if you guys have questions, you can message me. Okay, so registration is open. I think I have it open until the 11th, okay, because we start on the 13th. So you have a couple of days. So message me. Let me know if you really, I'm sure that we can figure something out, just because I haven't had a chance to really talk about it enough. If you, need to join until the 13th, if you have questions, because that's the day we start, but make sure that you message me. And you always know, I say the 11th at night, and then I don't really close it out until the 12th. So I have to say a day before, because I know how you guys work. It happens all the time. It's like I say, this is the last day. And then the next day, people will write me and be like, hey, can I still get in? So I have to have room to be able to make sure that all the logistics work, right? And that you guys get access to the course, and, we do all of the things. So message me, ask me now. I'll help you, right, navigate you through and decide if it's for you. And then we have the Goddess Retreat coming up. So that's why on the title of this, I said it's Goddess time. So we have the Goddess on Mission, and then after that, we have the Goddess Retreat. So if you have time, if you have questions about any of the things and figuring out the timing of the things that you want to do, but that I keep saying, I have all the courses are open, because everyone seems to need something different right now. Kind of what we were saying at the beginning. It's just, it depends on where you're at. Okay. So the courses are open. Ask me questions about it. The mastermind is open for fall registration with the bonuses now. Every course gets you a bonus. That's the other thing, is there's just things happening because it's support, knowledge. Let's get in, plug into the energy of this, movement, moving forward, move yourself forward. That's the biggest part. No matter where you find, resonance in terms of, I want to learn the metaphysical stuff first. I want to learn, the spiritual stuff first, or I really need to do the emotional work and get the business going. And then I'll learn the next piece of the metaphysical stuff. I know some of you are debating on all the things that you want to do, but find a way that moves you forward in a way that you feel supported. That's the most important thing right now, because this energy is just shifting so much for us all. So it's time to step on our mission, to hold our purpose, our mission, our light body in, and shine bright. So whatever supports you in that, that's what I'm here to do. Okay? I love you guys. My website is www.moonbabetribe.com, and you can go and click the link here in my bio, which is at Moonbabestribe. Actually, at Moonbabes and the Light Tribe, which the true story of it is, when I started the Moonbabe Tribe, it was meant, I have talked about this before, and some of you guys know this, but it was Moonbabe Tribe. And then I was doing local events here in Salt Lake, and then all of a sudden, the guys started coming and saying, hey, like, can we be babes? Like, is that okay for us to be babes? And I was like, yes, it's totally okay for us to be babes. For everybody can be a moon babe, right? But then some people asked me if I would add something more masculine. I was like, you know what? Yes, we will. I will absolutely support this. And so the Moon Babe Tribe became Moon Babes and the Light Tribe. So all inclusive. And so it's really cool that this is the year that we're doing God, Goddess, and God's on mission. So it's for everyone. So if you feel called to stepping on your mission, stepping in your purpose, figuring out what that is, and taking your business to the next level, that's the course. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. It's the next one that's starting off on the 13th. I love you guys. Message me if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining me, for all of this chat, for all of the energy that's coming up in the Eclipse Talk. I love you guys, and I'll see you on here. Mwah! Happy week. Happy week ahead. Mwah.